Uh, I don't want to give credence to people who are only interested in carrying rumor. First of all, the human being, it is not a ghost that will collapse. It's human beings that will collapse if there's any problem with their health. Unfortunately, I did not collapse. I didn't show any sign that I have any health problem. Let me tell you what happened. What happened was that you see that the former head of service of Master Gombe came out to let the public know what was going on. We had a plan to bomb the House of Assembly complex and had a plan to attack national assets. In order to divert attention from people not focusing on that, they have to bring one rumor that they have been flown overseas. There was not a time I collapsed, there was not a time anybody took me to that. But you see me every day. The day Mr. President broke Iftar during his birthday, I was there. The next day, I led Abuja residents to pay Salah homage. I see all those stories just die down. This is the politics. We have thick skin. Those who don't bother us. We are not distracted. We are focused on our jobs. So I thank Nigerians for being, for really worried that this should be, but people should not wish their fellow human beings such a thing to happen. We know that we will die one day. Nobody will remain in this world forever. But it's only God that says the day you will die, not any human being to say you will die today or you will die tomorrow. So nobody has said, you have seen that. I'm very happy that most of them will. I will write their condolence letters. I can assure you that I will write their condolence letters. So there's nothing like that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. So for those who are asking, where is Wike? Wike has shown himself. He has brought himself out, and you heard all the things, that he said there. And for me, I'll be very candid with you. Honestly, when I heard those rumors, every time there are always rumors like that. But just looking at Wike right now, I believe there's an element of truth, in that. There's an element, because his whole face looks like someone who has just gone through something. I mean, collapsing. It happens. I mean, literally, I would tell you, I think, is it last year now or 2023? Was that 2023 or last year? The years are now looking this. I think, no, it was last year, 2024. Yeah, 2024. I literally collapsed at, what do you call it? Amsterdam, their airport there. Is it Schiphol Airport, they call it, or whatever? Literally just boom. Went out. And for me, one of the things that 2024 taught me was that the power of humanity. I was in the midst of strangers, and they immediately rallied around me, and you could see people. My color didn't matter, my religion didn't matter, all that mattered was my humanity, and people rallied around me and did that. So collapsing and all of that, someone falling, and they are normal thing. I've had my fair share of it. So it's not something that somebody feel like, oh, it's one out of the way thing or whatever. It happens, it don't happen. Sometimes exhaustion, sometimes sicknesses and all of that. But just looking at Wike trying to and nothing. And then there was something he said. He was saying something like that. Unfortunately, he did not collapse. I think that should be fortunately he did not collapse. So unfortunately, he did collapse. The way he looks, even he's talking, he's subdued. Even I say, he hears something for body. But the main thing is not even about whether Wike has collapsed or he hasn't collapsed. I think the main thing is the message that comes from the Father. See how eager people are waiting for something to happen to you. And that's what I did in my video, to say, for me, it's never we are all humans. Anything that happens to one person can happen to every one of us. I don't wish it bad, though. That's why for me, I don't wish anybody bad. And when people are talking by enemies, they want to kill their enemies. Me want me my enemies live long. I want me to live longer than me. Live long and deal with you well. You will see. Why would you waiting for somebody to die before you do something, or feel that someone has to die or whatever? Those things don't make sense. But for me, and I think somebody had done a write-up on this, is the fact that Wike should look at this and say to himself, is he really doing the right thing? What legacy does it have to leave? These are things that matter. It doesn't matter how much you have in your bank account, but what positive difference have you made in people's lives? And for me, I think this is a moment of retrospection. That is for somebody who still has some sense, let me put it that way, and not for somebody who's like bag, I feel that I'm the alpha and omega of the world. These are the kind of moments, they turn out to be aha moments, where you say, come, wait a minute, this part of life that I'm on, is it really it? Or should I look into myself and begin to, have deep moment of thoughts and retrospection about what it is that I'm doing and how I'm going? And I think that's what Wike should choose this moment to be. It's not a moment of, whether you sign the condolence register of the people that wish you the hand, even if you are the last person to leave the earth, and that does not confer anything. I don't see living old, being old does not really confer anything on anyone. It's like, what did you use that age for? You understand? Martin Luther King died over half a century ago. But there are his contemporaries that are still alive, and nobody even knows they're alive. They're literally almost of no use. They are just there. Nobody has anything. Nobody feels anything, about them or anything. So these are things that sometimes one has to really look into, and one has to think about, and just have a moment of thinking. But trust Wike, now Wike will be Wike, and that we continue to do all those things that he feels he's doing and all of that. And he said it's politics. For them everything is always about politics, and they live in this la land, especially when they are in power, and then there are people who are telling them that they are the best thing after jollof rice, and they actually begin to believe that they are the best thing after jollof rice. Anyway, I said, me, I can't do you a ball, as I told you before. See what's happening. I just saw this now. I said, let me bring this in here. So well done, everyone. We're in the month of April. What are we all planning to do? Remember what I've said before. We need to all be part of politics. We need to do politics. We must ensure that we are all coming out and just doing the needful, doing the right thing, doing those things that we get the people with competence into office. Let's focus on just the National Assembly. That's, for me, it's where my focus on. Project 300 to the National Assembly. Let's get 300 people with competence, character, capacity, and get them into the National Assembly. And in that way, we are then able to begin to have laws that really work for Nigeria. Sort of like set up Nigeria in a way that is going to work. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.